Hello everyone. Welcome back to IdyDan Stories. I want to sincerely thank all my amazing returning viewers and give a special warm welcome to our new subscribers. Your presence means so much to us. Today's story is one that will touch your heart deeply. It's titled I Forgave My Enemy. And everything changed, a powerful reminder that sometimes, the greatest breakthrough comes after the hardest act, forgiveness. This story is originally produced by IdyDan Stories, and I believe it will bless you, challenge you, and inspire you to let go and let God heal your heart. If you are new here, don't forget to watch, like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming inspiring stories. Let's dive right in.
Joy. Mr. Daniels wants to see you. Now.
Okay. Thanks. Did he say why?
No. But he didn't look too happy. Come in.
Good afternoon, sir. You asked to see me?
Yes, Joy. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Joy, over the past few days, we've received disturbing reports from two of our top clients. They claim you sent emails. Very unprofessional emails, speaking against our service quality, and even some rather personal comments about management.
Sir. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I would never write such things. That's not who I am, and it's not how I work.
Then explain this. These emails came from your account. Time-stamped, and sent during work hours.
This is not from me. I didn't send this. Sir, someone must have accessed my account or fabricated these. I promise you, I'm not capable of this kind of betrayal.
Joy, I want to believe you. You've been one of our most reliable staff for over 3 years. But this is serious. While we conduct a proper investigation, I have no choice but to place you on suspension. Effective immediately.
Suspension? Sir. Please. I'm begging you, look into this deeper. Check the server logs, the device it came from, something. This could destroy everything I've worked so hard for. Someone is trying to ruin me.
And if that's true, it will come to light. But for now, this is protocol. Please hand over your ID card and work laptop before you leave.
God knows I'm innocent. That's all I can say. I didn't send those emails. But whoever did, must have really hated me. Hello? Wait. Rita, hold on. Are you saying you actually sent that email from Joy's account? Yes, Sharon. That's exactly what I'm saying. And it worked like magic. You should have seen her face when she got called into the boss's office. Completely blindsided. But why would you do that? Joy's your friend, you two were like sisters. Sisters? Don't make me laugh. Sisters don't shine so bright they make the other invisible. Do you know how many years I've stood behind her, clapping while she walked into every opportunity I prayed for? While I struggled, she soared. Everyone loves Joy. Even God seems to favor her. Rita. I get it. I really do. Feeling overlooked hurts. But ruining her reputation? That's serious. That's not just anger, that's dangerous. You think I don't know that? You think I haven't wrestled with it? But I was tired, Sharon. Tired of being the friend who's always good enough to support her, never good enough to be her. She gets the recognition, the praise, the promotions, and I get the leftovers. So what now? What happens if they find out it was you? What happens to your conscience? Conscience? That voice was quiet when I cried alone night after night, asking God why everyone passes me by. No one cared when I was overlooked. Now suddenly, I'm the villain for taking one chance to be seen? Maybe people didn't see you the way you wanted. But this isn't the way to make them. Hurting joy won't heal you. It might even break you more. I didn't plan to go this far. At first, I just wanted her to feel small for once. Just for a day. But when I saw how easy it was, something in me took over. And now? Now I've done it. She's out. And for the first time, I'm ahead. Rita. Be careful. Pride feels powerful until God humbles it. Just be careful. Too late for that now. I've always tried to be faithful, Lord. Always. Even when things were hard, even when I didn't understand, I still chose to believe that you were working things out for my good. I prayed for others when they were down. Encouraged people when I was secretly struggling myself. I gave, I served, I stayed up late studying your word, just to make sure I never drifted away. And yet, here I am. Accused. Suspended. Humiliated. Why, God? Why would you let this happen? I've done nothing wrong. I gave that friendship everything I had, love, loyalty, trust. And she threw it all away like it meant nothing. She betrayed me, and you were silent. Where were you when they questioned my name? When my boss looked at me like I was some fraud? When my coworkers whispered behind my back like I was guilty before they even knew the truth? Where were you, Lord? Do you still see me? Or have I become invisible to even you now? Am I just another servant you've passed over? But even now, even in this pain, I won't stop talking to you. Because I don't know where else to go. You're still the only one I trust, even when I don't understand you. Please, God. Don't let this be the end of my story. Fight for me. Speak for me. Heal me.
Good morning, church. Today's message isn't for the faint of heart. It's not flashy, it's not exciting. But it's one of the hardest truths in the kingdom, forgiveness. Some of you here today are carrying wounds not caused by strangers, but by people you trusted, people you loved. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, if they only knew what that person did to me, they'd understand why I can't let it go. But here's what the Spirit of God is saying this morning: forgiveness is not a reward for the innocent. It's a decision of obedience, even when the pain is fresh. I know it's hard. I know it hurts. And God knows too. He's not asking you to pretend it didn't happen. He's not saying the betrayal was okay. He's not saying trust them again. But he is saying, release them. Why? Because as long as you hold on to the offense, you remain chained to the one who hurt you. Forgiveness is not for their freedom, it's for yours. It's the key that unlocks your healing. It's the weapon that breaks bitterness before it breaks you. Let me ask you this: how long will you let their offense control your peace? You don't have to keep replaying the betrayal in your head. You don't have to keep waking up angry, reliving the moment they wronged you. You can release it. And finally rest. God never wastes pain. He uses it. He redeems it. But He needs your cooperation. He won't force you to forgive, He invites you to. Because on the other side of forgiveness is freedom you've never known. If you're here today, and someone has wounded you deeply, and you're tired of carrying it, today's the day to let go. You may not feel ready, but forgiveness starts with a decision, not a feeling. I figured you wouldn't answer my calls, so I thought I'd check on you the old-fashioned way, in person.
Hey. I didn't mean to ignore you. I just needed to be alone.
I get it. Can I sit?
Yay. Sure.
You look tired, Joy.
That's because I am tired in my body. But more than that, tired in my heart. Tired of pretending like I'm okay. Tired of feeling like God turned His back. Tired of acting strong when I feel completely crushed. Sam, she betrayed me. Rita. My closest friend. My sister in everything but blood. She's the one who sent those emails. She's the one who set me up. And I don't even know why. I loved her.
I know. And I'm so sorry, Joy.
The worst part is, I keep asking God why He let it happen. Why He didn't stop her. Why He let my name be dragged. Do you know how humiliating it is to be doubted by people who once admired you?
Yes. I do. And it's okay to feel all of that, Joy. You're human.
Then I went to church this morning. I didn't even want to. I was just numb. But Pastor spoke about forgiveness. As if he'd read my diary. Word for word. And I sat there, knowing God was talking to me. But Sam, how do you forgive someone who tore you apart without even blinking?
Forgiveness doesn't mean the pain goes away overnight. It doesn't even mean you're ready to be best friends again. It just means you're choosing not to let that pain define your future. You're choosing to heal.
But I'm still angry. I replay it all in my head. The trust I gave her, the kindness I showed. And how easily she threw it away.
I know it hurts. But Joy, holding on to that anger won't punish Rita. It only punishes you. You're the one losing sleep. You're the one still bleeding. Forgiveness isn't saying she was right. It's saying you're done letting her wrongs control your peace. You are still Joy. That kind, loving, God-fearing woman. This betrayal doesn't cancel your character, it just reveals how strong you are.
Then why do I feel so weak?
Because strength is in the absence of pain. It's choosing to rise through it. When you're ready, and I mean truly ready, you'll forgive her. Not for her sake. For yours. And God will meet you right there, in that decision.
I'm not ready yet, Sam. But I want to be.
That's enough for today. God can work with that.
Thank you so much. I still can't believe it, Rita. After all those late nights, the extra hours, the headaches, I finally got the promotion. You didn't just get a promotion, girl, you got a whole new title. Assistant Director of Strategy. Who even gets that at your age? God did it. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without you. You encouraged me when I was ready to quit. You reviewed my reports, gave me pep talks. You saw it before I did. Of course I did. You've always had something special, Joy. I've watched you walk with integrity when others cut corners. You're not just smart, you were solid. You were born for this. Still, I don't take our friendship for granted. Not everyone has a Rita in their corner. You've been my anchor, my reality check, my prayer partner. Everything. And you've been mine. Joy, I know I joke a lot, but you're one of the few people in my life who's never made me feel less than. You see me, not what I have or don't have, just me. Because I love you. You're my sister, Rita. Blood couldn't make it any stronger. Okay, enough tears. Let's cut this cake before I finish all the decorations with my eyes. Fine, but you singing happy promotion like you mean it. How did we go from that to this? Please, come in. Joy. This is unexpected. I'm sure it is. But I didn't come to play games. I came to talk. Face to face. Okay. Yeah. Please. Sit down. Before coming here, I debated whether this conversation was worth it. Whether you were worth it. Whether I should just move on and let the truth speak for itself. But I realized something, Rita. Sometimes freedom doesn't come from walking away. Sometimes it comes from facing the one who cut you and choosing not to bleed anymore. I know what you did. I know about the emails. The fake documents. I know how you accessed my account and fed the fire behind my back, while still smiling in my face. Joy, Do you know how it feels to be called into an office and have everything you've worked for questioned? With no warning? To see people you've led and mentored suddenly look at you with suspicion, like you're a fraud? It's not just pain, Rita. It's humiliation. It's betrayal on a level words don't fully capture. I didn't. I never meant for it to go that far. But you did it. You chose it. And that choice wrecked something sacred. Not just my reputation, but our friendship. You weren't just a friend to me. You were family. I was jealous, Joy. There. I said it. I was tired of being in your shadow. You always had the grace, the favor, the applause. And I tried to celebrate you. But inside, something twisted. I started comparing. And comparison gave birth to resentment. And resentment grew into something dark. Something I didn't know how to control. I would have given you everything, Rita. I would have stood beside you on any stage, celebrated your wins, shared my opportunities. You didn't need to steal my light, you had your own. But you never saw it. I know. And now, I've lost you. I lost the only person who truly saw me. You hurt me in ways I'm still trying to understand. I cried more tears than I thought I had in me. I questioned God. I questioned myself. But then I realized, I don't want your betrayal to define the rest of my life. I don't want to become bitter, suspicious, guarded, because of one broken friendship. So I came here, not to curse you, but to forgive you. Not because you've apologized. Not because you deserve it. But because I refuse to let what you did keep living in my heart like a parasite. I want peace, Rita. And peace only comes through release. I don't even know how to say sorry for something this ugly. I've never hated myself more than I do right now. Start by telling the truth. Then, let God deal with your heart. He dealt with mine. I didn't want to forgive you, but I couldn't pray and hold on to poison at the same time. How are you still this kind after what I did? Because grace isn't about what you did. It's about who I want to become. This conversation doesn't mean we'll go back to what we had. Some things will never be the same. But I leave you with no hate. I leave you free. What you do next is between you and God. Find healing, Rita. You are not beyond redemption, but you have to choose it. It's over. I actually said the words. I faced her. I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I didn't let bitterness speak for me. I spoke from a place I didn't even know I had left. Peace. Today, I stood in front of the person who wounded me the most. The person who turned my trust into a weapon, and still smiled like nothing happened. I stood there, fully aware of my pain, but no longer bound by it. I didn't go to demand justice. I went to release the chains she didn't even know she had wrapped around me. Forgiveness. It didn't feel like a firework. It didn't come with applause. It felt quiet, almost invisible. But powerful. Like something heavy inside me finally exhaled. I thought forgiving her would make me weak. But now I know, forgiveness is strength dressed in silence. Hey. Sam.
Hey you. I've been checking my phone like a parent waiting outside exam halls. I've been praying all day. How did it go?
It was intense. But not in the way I expected. I didn't walk in with fire. I walked in with clarity. I told her the truth. I didn't sugarcoat it, but I didn't speak from vengeance either. I laid it all bare, the pain, the betrayal, the weight I've carried. And then I let it go.
That's powerful. I'm proud of you, Joy. That kind of grace? It changes people, even if they don't admit it.
She broke down, Sam. For a moment, I didn't even see the woman who hurt me. I saw a girl who got lost in bitterness. I think she hated herself more than I ever could have.
Bitterness always promises power but only leaves people empty. That's what forgiveness disrupts, that cycle.
And now, I don't know. I feel light. Like I've been carrying a piano on my back and didn't realize it until I put it down. The silence inside me isn't echoing anymore, it's calm. Sacred.
That's the sound of freedom. Not loud. Just still.
And for the first time since this whole thing happened, I feel like I'm not stuck in the pain. Like I'm moving forward, not away from what happened, but through it.
That's healing. It's not about forgetting what happened. It's about not letting it speak louder than your future.
It's strange. I thought forgiveness would feel like weakness. Like surrendering power. But now I see, it's the only way to get my power back.
Exactly. Forgiveness doesn't mean you lost. It means you won. You chose freedom over fire.
Thank you, Sam, for walking with me through this.
Always. I'm proud of the woman you are. Strong. Brave. Real.
Love you.
Love you too, Joy.
Psalm 147 verse 3, it reads, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. He really does. Good morning, Mrs. Jacobs. I wasn't expecting a call from you. Is everything all right? Good morning, Joy. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. I know things have been heavy lately, but I needed to speak with you directly. This couldn't wait. I'm listening. Joy, I want to begin by saying that over the past few weeks, we've conducted an in-depth internal investigation. Not just into the allegations made, but into the entire communication trail. IT, compliance, leadership, we left no stone unturned. And what we found was clear and disturbing. You were wrongfully accused. The evidence points strongly to intentional manipulation from an internal party who has since been dealt with according to company policy. I can't share every detail, but you should know, we believe you. We've always known you were someone of integrity. This situation only reminded us how much that integrity means to this organization. Mrs. Jacobs? Thank you. You have no idea how much I needed to hear that. I've carried the weight of silence for so long, even though I knew I was innocent. Still, the looks, the whispers, the doubt. It crushed me in ways I can't explain. You don't have to explain. I could hear it in your silence. Joy, we've watched your career. Your discipline, your character, it speaks louder than this situation ever could. And that's why, today, we're doing more than just clearing your name. We're launching a new department, Strategy and Ethics. It's a forward-facing division focused on integrity, leadership, and decision-making at the highest levels. We want someone who's not only smart, but emotionally wise. Someone who's been tested, and passed. And you, Joy. You that person. We'd like to offer you the lead executive position. You want me to lead that department? Yes. Not just because of what happened, but because of how you handled it. Most people would have burned bridges. You waited. You stood firm. That kind of strength is rare. We'll be sending the official offer later today, but I wanted you to hear it first from me, because I wanted you to know you are seen. You are respected. And you are incredibly. Thank you. Thank you so much. I honestly thought that door was closed forever. I've been sitting in silence, asking God if I would ever recover what I lost. And now, this. Sometimes, Joy, what looks like a closed door is just God preparing you for a better one. Take today to breathe. Celebrate. You earned this. I will. I truly will. Thank you, ma'am. From the bottom of my heart. Talk soon, Joy. Congratulations again. God. You saw me when no one else did. You defended me in silence. You healed what no one knew was broken. Thank you for being my Redeemer and my Restorer. Sam. Oh my goodness. You will not believe what just happened.
Try me. You sound like someone who just won a lottery or got engaged.
Better. They cleared my name, Sam. Officially. Completely. They know it wasn't me.
Yes! Thank you, Jesus. Joy, I knew it. I knew the truth would come out. But wait, is that all?
No. Not even close. They offered me a new role. A leadership role in a brand new department, strategy and ethics. They want me to lead it.
Wait, what? They're not just giving your job back. They're elevating you?
Yes. They said my response through it all showed the kind of leader they want at the front. Sam, I'm speechless.
Joy, this is restoration. This is what it looks like when you take the high road and trust God to handle what you can't. You didn't need revenge. You needed redemption. And look what He gave you.
I forgave her, Sam. And as soon as I let it go, everything began to shift. It's like God was just waiting for me to release the weight so He could carry me forward.
That's the power of obedience, Joy. You passed the test. This blessing isn't just a reward, it's a testimony.
And I'll carry it with honor. I'm ready now. Not just to work, but to lead with grace. To be the kind of leader I would have needed in that season.
You've become that person, Joy. Strong. Kind. Unshakable. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Sam. For believing in me when I couldn't even look in the mirror. For praying. For showing up. I'll never forget it.
Always. You're never alone, sis.
My God has fought for me. Please. Just one conversation. I don't expect anything. I just need to say something I should have said long ago. Lord, if this is you, help me carry this moment with wisdom. Okay, I need to reply her text message. Oh. I need to do this. Come in. I've played this moment in my head 100 times. And no version of it felt as real, or as painful, as this. And yet, I knew I had to come. Not for closure. Not to defend anything. Just to take responsibility for what I broke. You showed me something the day you walked into my office. You could have cursed me, shamed me, dragged me through the dirt. I would have deserved every bit of it. But you chose grace. And joy. That shook me more than any punishment could have. Because punishment doesn't change people. But grace It makes them face themselves. I was blinded by comparison, consumed by jealousy. I let the voice of envy drown out the voice of reason. I betrayed someone who saw me, believed in me, trusted me, all because I couldn't bear to celebrate her light while I felt invisible. You always gave without holding back. Your joy never threatened me, it was my own insecurities that poisoned our friendship. I thought if I sabotaged you, I'd finally feel powerful. But all I did was destroy the one good thing I had. And I've hated myself for it every day since. You didn't just sabotage my career, Rita. You shattered a bond I thought was unbreakable. I loved you like a sister. I still carry the echo of that friendship, and it still hurts. I know. And I won't ask for us to go back. I don't even deserve to sit in your presence. But I needed to say this, I'm sorry. With everything in me. I'm sorry for what I did. And for who I became in the process. Thank you. For saying it. I didn't need it to move forward, but hearing it helps. More than you know. I'm starting therapy next week. I don't want to be this person anymore. I've seen what bitterness turns people into. And I hate what I saw in the mirror. That's a good place to start. Healing isn't instant. But it's possible. God isn't done with you, Rita, but you have to be willing to do the hard work. I am. I needed you to hear it from me. And even if you never speak to me again, I needed you to know, your forgiveness saved me from myself. Forgiveness freed us both. And while trust may take time, I truly pray you find peace. Real peace. Not through apologies or explanations, but through wholeness with God. I wrote more. If you ever want to read it. If not, that's okay too. Thank you. Goodbye, Joy. And thank you. For being the kind of woman I aspire to become. Thank you, Lord. Not just for vindication, but for vision.
Welcome, Director Joy Daniels. The team's waiting for you in the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be there in just a minute.
Well, look who's calling from the executive suite.
I needed to hear a familiar voice before I step into that boardroom.
How are you feeling?
Stronger than I've ever felt. Not just because of the title, but because I know who I am now. I'm walking into this not to prove anything, but to serve from a deeper place.
That's what makes you the right person for the role. They hired the healed version of you, Joy. And she's a force to be reckoned with.
Amen to that. Talk soon.
Always. Go lead, sis.
Good morning, everyone. First, let me say it's an honor to sit at this table with you. I don't take this role lightly. I know this department was born out of necessity, to restore trust, sharpen direction, and model integrity from the inside out. But this won't just be about policies and procedures. It's about people, culture, truth. I've learned, not just from textbooks but through fire, that ethics isn't about avoiding wrongdoing. It's about choosing what's right, especially when it costs you something. I want this department to be a space where voices are heard, integrity is celebrated, and failure isn't fatal, as long as we grow. We don't build trust in a day, but we build it by what we do every day. This isn't just a new office. It's a second chance for all of us to build something real. And I plan to lead with honesty, humility, and heart. Then let's get to work. I forgave my enemy. And I met the version of me that pain had been hiding. I thought I lost everything. But God was only clearing the way for something new. Hi, Joy. Hi. I hope this isn't a bad time. No. It's not a bad time. Come in. I wasn't sure you'd even speak to me again. And I would have understood if you didn't. I didn't think I'd see you again. But I've learned not to predict what God allows. I came to say I'm sorry. Not for sympathy. And not because things went badly for me, though they did. I came because I realized what I did was wrong. And I finally understand the weight of it. I let jealousy guide me. I let bitterness become my compass. And even when you were kind to me, I wanted to bring you down because I couldn't handle your light. It felt like your success was proof of my failure. You weren't the first person to think that. You probably won't be the last. But it doesn't make it right. I know. And I'm not asking for a second chance. I'm just asking for forgiveness. Whether you give it or not, I wanted to own my part. And say I was wrong. I forgave you before I even knew if you'd ever apologize. Not for you, for me. Forgiveness was the only way I could breathe again. And honestly, I never thought this moment would come. But now that it has, I see it differently. Rita. There is a version of you that doesn't have to compete to be seen. A version that knows peace doesn't come from taking someone else's place, but from finding your own. I'm trying to find that version. I've lost jobs, friends, even my confidence. I'm starting over. And I need help. I'm applying for a junior role in community relations. I don't expect a recommendation. I just thought, maybe someone in this department could look over my materials. You want to start over? Yes. For real this time. Starting over doesn't mean pretending the past didn't happen. It means learning from it. And walking differently because of it. Exactly. Then I'll help you. Not because you're perfect. But because someone once gave me a second chance. When I had nothing left but broken pieces in a prayer. But understand this, Rita, my help won't shield you from accountability. If you're going to rebuild, you'll have to work harder than ever. But I believe people can change. I'm living proof. Thank you, Joy. I won't waste it. Not this time. This is what forgiveness looks like. Not just freedom, but fruit.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's speaker is someone I've personally watched walk through pain with strength and betrayal with grace. Her story is raw, but redemptive. Please welcome Joy Daniels.
Good evening, everyone. If someone told me a year ago that I'd be standing on this stage, I would have laughed. Not because I didn't believe in God, but because I didn't believe I had anything left worth saying. I was betrayed by someone I called a friend. Lied about. Humiliated. I cried in secret for weeks. I felt rejected. Angry. Bitter. You name it, I felt it. And the worst part? I was serving God faithfully. I thought betrayal only happened when you stepped outside His will. But no. Sometimes, it happens right in the center of it. But let me tell you something, betrayal doesn't break you. Bitterness does. Bitterness is quiet. It doesn't scream. It festers. It shows up in sarcasm. It hides behind "I'm fine." It makes you smile on the outside but decay on the inside. That was me. But the Holy Spirit wouldn't leave me alone. One day in prayer, He whispered something I'll never forget: you can't hold grace and grudges at the same time. So I forgave her. Not because she said sorry. Not because she changed. But because I didn't want to look in the mirror and see someone who had become the very thing I hated. And you know what happened after I forgave her? Peace. Deep, unshakable, holy peace. Then, opportunities opened up. Doors that had been locked started swinging wide. Because when God sees your heart is clean, He'll trust you with more. Today, that same person who hurt me walked into my office. Not to fight, but to confess. And I helped her. Not because I'm better than her, but because I'm healed. And here's the lesson: your enemy is never really the person. It's the bitterness, the unforgiveness, the darkness that creeps in when you stop trusting that God can vindicate you. Matthew 5 verse 44, "But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you." That's not weakness. That's power. Some of you in this room are still carrying old wounds. You smile in church, but your heart is still bleeding. I came to tell you tonight, let it go. Not for them, but for you. There is glory on the other side of your forgiveness. I'm living proof that when you forgive, everything changes. Thanks for your audience.
You have no idea what your words just did in that room. I've seen people speak, but not many can break change the way you just did.
It wasn't me. I only shared what God carried me through. If someone found freedom tonight, then it was worth every tear I cried in silence.
Excuse me, Miss Joy.
Yes, sweetheart.
I wasn't even supposed to be here tonight. My friend dragged me along. But when you started talking, I felt like you were telling my story. Word for word.
Tell me, what part of it connected with you the most?
The part about bitterness becoming who you are. I've been holding something against my father for over 10 years. He left, just disappeared, and I always said I was over it, but deep down, I knew I was cold. Angry, untrusting, but after what you said tonight, I don't want to carry that anymore.
That's the beginning of your healing, love. Forgiveness doesn't change what they did, it changes what it no longer has power to do to you. And that's where your freedom.
God truly wastes nothing.
Kate? Hi Joy. I saw the clip of your testimony from the conference. A friend sent it to me. I don't deserve to reach out, but I couldn't let this moment pass. You showed me love when I gave you every reason not to. I don't know where to start, but if you'll have coffee with me, I'd like to try. Rita. Even this, Lord. Even now? Rita, thank you for your message. Let's meet. There's grace for both of us. Rita. It's good to see you. Hi, Joy. Thank you for coming. I wasn't sure you'd reply, much less agree to meet. Sit please. Let's talk. When I got your message, I read it over and over again. Part of me wanted to ignore it, not because I hated you, but because I didn't want to revisit the pain. The wounds had scabbed over, and I feared that opening them would bring back emotions I'd buried. But something in me, or rather, someone, reminded me that healing isn't complete until grace is offered, even to those who never ask for it. Joy. I came here with so much guilt, not expecting anything from you, only hoping you'd allow me the chance to say what I should have said a long time ago. I hurt you. I betrayed you in ways that were cruel, calculated, and selfish. You trusted me. You loved me as a friend. And I threw that away because of envy. Because I couldn't stand the light you carried. It made me feel small, and instead of dealing with my own insecurity, I turned my pain into poison and fed it to others. I felt it, Rita. I didn't always understand it, but I felt it, the shift, the coldness, the whispers behind my back. It crushed me. There were nights I cried myself to sleep asking God what I had done wrong. But He reminded me, your actions weren't a reflection of my worth. They were a mirror of your brokenness. And as I healed, I stopped seeing you as my enemy. I began to see you as a hurting soul who lashed out because she didn't know what to do with her pain. Joy, I don't deserve your grace. I came here prepared to be rejected, to be reminded of everything I did wrong. But instead, you were speaking with so much compassion, and it's undoing me. I don't know what to say except, I'm sorry. Deeply, truly sorry. I don't expect things to go back to the way they were, but if there is any space in your heart, even the smallest corner, that can forgive me, I want to live my life differently from this moment on. Rita, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean acting like the betrayal never happened. What it means is this: I no longer allow that pain to define how I see you. Or myself. I've carried bitterness before. It's heavy. It contaminates everything good. And I made a choice, not for your sake, but for mine, to let it go. And now, sitting here across from you, I see not an enemy, but a woman brave enough to face her past and ask for mercy. That alone is a miracle. You amaze me. Even after everything, you are still showing me what true strength looks like. The strength isn't mine. It's God's. And He's offering it to you, too. Do you think we could ever rebuild even a little of what we had? Maybe not in the same shape as before, but something new can grow. Something honest. If we let God lead the way, there's always hope. But first, we start here, two broken women, willing to let go of the past and sit at the same table in peace. To peace. And to the mercy that finds us, even when we're sure we don't deserve it. True forgiveness is when you remember the pain, but choose to love anyway. Hello everyone, I forgave my enemy. and everything changed is a moving story of betrayal, pain, and redemption. It follows the emotional journey of Joy, a woman deeply hurt by a close friend, and Rita, the one who caused the pain out of jealousy and insecurity. As time passes, Joy learns to release bitterness and embrace healing through forgiveness. When Rita finally seeks reconciliation, the power of grace takes center stage. This story reminds us that forgiveness isn't about excusing wrongs, it's about breaking free from the chains of resentment and choosing peace over pain. In the end, two broken hearts find healing at the table of grace. Thanks for watching.